Hello there, this is me describing how I made my outriggers for my son's kayak. The reason for making the outriggers is to stand up when you're casting in Windermere or for bass off the Lynn Peninsula. If boats are coming and they're not properly trimmed and they can't see that low, you can stand up and attract attention. And also, just for general steadiness, it makes the kayak more steady and able to handle easier. This is the design I've come up with. It costs between £33 and £34. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to disassemble. These ones are already finished, but I'll show you the parts I've used and give you a list. Right, I'm going to disassemble it now and show you how I've done them. Right, part 2 of this instruction is, this is a Conway kayak. I think it's the Menai. I bought from my son for his birthday. As I say, I'm getting one as well, one on order, but there's a back order. Now, I made these brackets here because this mould in here takes this 32mm. Ideally, originally I bought these to fit in there. I had to over drill these holes to fit it, but this was too tight to go in that diameter. That's about 30mm, 32mm. Exterior, this is 32mm interior diameter, but it's about 34, 36 exterior. So I constructed these brackets. The way I did that, this is just an offcut of scrap aluminium, cut it to the right width, rounded off the edges on one side, drilled the hole, screwed it down. I got a chisel, put a cloth over it, and just knocked with a hammer to get this shape. Folded it over, did the same with there, cut it to length, rounded off the edges and took all the bearings off, drilled a hole, and to keep this from rocking, I put pot rivets through the top. I'm going to take this off now and show you what's underneath. These are 6mm hex nuts, these, or hex bolts, or screws. Right. Now see, these are fixed. In order to identify the way they go back, red cable tie, green cable tie, port and starboard. I'll take this off and show you what's on the kayak. These are already fitted. First I thought they were weld nuts, but they're actually moulded in, and they take an M6. As I say, your kayak might not have these. Right, here's part 3 of making my outriggers from my son's Conway kayak, the Menai. First of all, the floats. On the videos you see them making floats out of 4-inch waste pipe with oak cones in the end, which is fantastic. In America they use crab pot floats or pond, pool noodles, but these, to me, I've used these on my boats, on my fishing boats. I've got a set of size 1 greys on the Warrior 150, and I've got a set of size 2 blacks on the Finmaster Pilot. You can let air in and out of these by a normal pump and a football valve. Just make sure you lubricate it. To start off with, leave a bit of air out, it makes it easy to assemble. So there they are, hurricane red. Right, now fixing together, this is all, it's called 32mm solvent fittings and pipe, and you glue it together using that. You don't get much time. This is about $380, $390 a pot. All the bits are going to be listed either below or at the start or at the end of the video. So we bought one 3-meter length of 32mm black solvent. There is, once you go over the kayak, it's up to you. You don't need, I think I've come 6 or 8 inches off the kayak before the bend. You've got to watch for your paddle stroke as well, but these are all right. Once I get it on the water, once the plague is over, I'll post the first usage and how it went. I'm going to raise the seat as well. As yet, I'm trying to construct one for space because I don't want to sit in the water, and I want my legs to go down rather than up because I'm an old fella and I don't want cramp. So, as I say, sitting up, the buoyancy assists you in raising the seat height as well. which is a good thing. Solvent weld again, 135 bend, T, 2 lengths. The T is swept forward a bit, so the lengths are not equal to line up with these holes. So you're going to have to measure them and make sure the line centres with the ends of the, see the ends of the fender, and make sure the fender, the hurricane sign or whatever fender you use, is at the top, so you can inflate at the bottom. That doesn't get blocked by your outrigger pipe work on the top. Now to do these, the ends, you might see these big, I think they're, let's have a look, washers, big box of them. I always carry them for different things, bilge pumps on the boat and everything. It's got 222. When it comes down here, let me see, I can see it better. There's your bend, there's your 90-degree bend. As I say, there's a list of stuff. There's the 90-degree bend I did earlier. That is the end of an access end plug, and that's glued into there, so that's like that. Okay, and this is the other part that comes with it that screws. I've drilled a 10mm hole in that, and just on these I got some high modulus Puriflex, which is graded for marine use, and I seal that around that bolt, pulled it through, and you screw it onto that, which is that piece there. There's the 222 on, just to give you another seal. Screw it on nice and tight, and that helps lock it up and keep the water out, and that comes through the fender then. Okay, that, as I say, it's listed, it's an M8 80mm, always stainless, because in case you go in salt water, any water, but the sealant will go off and seal that underneath, come through the fender on the bottom like so. Now I've made, oh, where's it gone? I made some washers because of that size hole. That's a penny washer, an M8. See, that's not big enough, so I drilled a 44mm hole cutter, which is our friend there. I made washers. Make sure you bear them down and open the hole in the middle to 10mm, because you don't want any sharp burrs on a bag of wind, which is what that is. So that comes through there, aluminium washer onto the end. You can actually do this like this. This is the way I've done it. I took it off. That's squared off inside that 10mm hole, so that, and the sealant, so it gets a good lock. As it comes through, you hold it. Right, found the aforementioned washer, 44mm, cut with a hole cutter. That drill bit's not big enough. I think that's around about a 6mm, so you open it up with a 10mm and burr all the edges off, because you don't want them impacting on the fender. That goes over there like that. That goes over there like that, just as that's an A2 M8 penny washer, and there's your nylon locking nut. Okay, now that bit there is that bit, screw on. Okay, make sure, as I say, you've left these quite deflated, and you deflate them by just sticking, you stick the nozzle in and just move it. You can hear air coming out. You can inflate them to the whatever, and then tighten that up, and there you go. A piece of advice, as you can tell, this bend has been cut off there. Once that glue goes off, there's no reusing it. That was simply because I forgot to place that angle of the T, see, to the 135 angle, so it goes down straight and goes over there. Another piece of advice, ever fixing stuff on your kayak, there's the 3-pronged black pot rivets. I don't recommend them. This brand new, I've had to change this to what's called well nuts, or motorcycle fairing nuts. Now what are these are, you drill your hole, this is an M6, I think it's a 10mm hole, you just place it in, your bolt goes through, and it's only threaded inside at the bottom, so as you tighten it up, it squashes seals the hole a lot better than your tri-pronged pot rivets. I think that's it for now.